Hey guys, Anna from the Melty Couch here with some kind of breaking news. Remember the 50% tariffs that were supposed to hit at midnight tonight or 12:01 tonight? $20 billion of Canadian goods were supposed to be tariffed at 50%. Well, welcome to Taco Tuesday. Trump just jumped on Truth Social and I quote, "I have paused the 50% tariffs against Canada for a 3-day period based on the fact that Canada and the USA, subject to the finalization of documents, have a deal," in all caps. Trump did the capitalization, not me. So, instead of waking up tomorrow morning to a fresh 50% tariff on a pile of Canadian products, Canada gets 3 more days. Apparently, somewhere behind closed doors somewhere, there's a deal being put on paper. But here's the important part. Nobody's heard anything about this deal. Trump says they have one. The documents are still apparently being finalized. Neither government has released the full terms publicly as of 11:20 p.m. Tuesday night. Which means that right now, basically, we have the equivalent of, trust me, bro, it's coming. So, what was about to get hit? Trump announced these tariffs last month using a rarely used part of the Tariff Act from 1930. It would have slapped an additional 50% tariff on about $20 billion worth of Canadian imports. And the most ridiculous things: hockey equipment, cement, alcohol, dairy products, plastics, and building materials. And unlike some of the earlier Trump tariffs, these were designed to hit goods that had previously received preferential treatment under the CUSMA agreement, which is now apparently. Okay, so what the fuck happens now? It was supposed to happen Wednesday. What will happen Friday? I don't know. We should have Taco Tuesdays. Are we gonna have Fajita Fridays? I don't know what we're gonna have. Trump's post didn't stop with the tariffs. He followed it up with something really interesting. I'll read the quote. The Great Keystone XL pipeline, long ago killed by Sleepy Joe Biden, must be awoken from the grave. Guys, that sentence matters, because suddenly we have to ask, is the Keystone XL part of this deal? Like, where did that even come from? We don't know yet. Trump certainly wants everybody to think it might be. There's some history here. Carney himself raised the possibility of reviving the Keystone Pipeline with Trump during an earlier trade discussion as part of a broader energy, steel, and aluminum agreement. Trump didn't just pull Keystone completely out of his ass tonight. There's been conversations about it, bringing at least parts of that project back. What we can't say is that Canada has agreed to rebuild the pipeline. We haven't seen the documents, and Trump saying something will happen is very different than Canada actually signing on. The distinction matters. So, what's Carney saying? Carney spoke for the second time this week, Tuesday afternoon, while negotiators were trying to beat the tariff deadline. Before tonight's apparent breakthrough, Carney had been deliberately careful about what he was saying publicly. He described the negotiations as, and I quote, intense and delicate. And that makes tonight kind of interesting, because throughout this thing, Carney's basically been saying, I'm not negotiating through the mic. And Trump, on the other hand, is stepping up on Truth Social saying, we have a deal, and also maybe Keystone. Very different communication styles. Carney had also made a deal beforehand that Canada was prepared to deal with, Canada had also made it clear beforehand that Canada was prepared for the tariffs to happen and had options available if negotiations fail. Canada has been considering retaliatory tariffs rather than simply accepting another round of American tariff beatdowns. So, whatever happened in those conversations this afternoon appears to have been enough for Trump to stop the clock, at least for 3 days. So, I'm going to call this good news for Canada tonight. We're not waking up tomorrow morning with 50% tariffs on $20 billion worth of goods. That matters. Businesses that were staring at an immediate 50% increase get some breathing room, 3 days worth. But I wouldn't call this over, because there's still major unresolved issues between Canada and the US, especially when it comes to automotive, steel, aluminum, and forest products, softwood lumber, potash, all that kind of stuff. We still need to know what Canada is giving up to get this deal. Are we putting the alcohol back on the shelves? Are they bringing in US dairy, government procurement contracts, automotive, energy, the Keystone? Some combination of all of that. Until we see the paperwork, we have no clue. So, as of noon today, we were getting slapped with 50% tariffs. Tonight, 11:25, Trump says Canada has a deal. The tariffs have been delayed for 3 days. Carney and Trump spoke twice this week. Trump's teasing about reopening the Keystone Pipeline. Somewhere between Ottawa and Washington, lawyers are apparently trying to turn whatever the hell these guys agreed to into an actual agreement. So, Canada, you can unclench just a little bit, but don't unclench all the way just yet. I'm Anna. This is your Melted Couch Late Night Update. Stay lit, read past the headlines, and when someone tells you they have a huge international trade deal but doesn't have any paperwork to back it up, question everything. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, hit that little notification bell, and we'll keep bringing you the news. Have a great one, guys. Sleep well.